This conference will now be recorded.
So once again, good morning, everyone. So last class I have given assignment this one. Okay. So here many people are not completed this one. So I'm going to explain this one once again. So here, what is our requirement? We have to enter the visitable price details, right? So I'm going to see here today. I'm executing with Notepad. Okay. Today, sir, the one which you are seeing, this is a Notepad plus plus. This is a similar to your Notepad. Okay, similar to your Notepad. In the Notepad, you can open only one document. Here you can see a multiple documents in terms of tabs. Okay, this we can call it as a Notepad plus editor. You can use this one, this one. Okay, last classes I discussed in the IDLE, right? So I'm going to discuss the program here. So my requirement is I already have some predefined dictionary. From the dictionary, I have to take to a few values. Okay, so first I'm going to write a program. First save the file. Okay, so you can save the file with any name. Make sure it is saving with a .py extension. .py extension. Now I'm saving in the Notepad. You can use any text editor, any Sublime Text, Atom, okay, Visual Studio, any text editor. So save the file. Now, so here as per the code, I already have some predefined dictionary. Okay, so here what I have to do? I have to enter values. Okay, next. For in a range of n. So if I entered two times, it is asked what it should ask. First item input of enter item name quantity equal to input of enter quantity. Okay, so we have to convert this one into integer because by default it is a string. We have to convert into this one. Item price equal to. So enter tomato here. I want this value. How can I get this value? Using key. The key is nothing but this one. Now from this dictionary. Okay. Now total equal to quantity into item price. Now print total is comma total. Okay. Now observe. So here I executed. Now I want to execute this program. So first you have to take the file. So how to take the file to your file path. Go to, so now the file is in this folder. So this, right click, properties. Okay, select this path. Now this is your file path. Go to your command prompt. Okay. Python space your file path. Here what is your file name? Westprices.py. Now enter. Enter number of items, 2 items. Tomato. enter quantity 3 kgs, total 120. Enter item name, potato. So quantity 5 kgs, total 250. So here individual total it is coming to here, but my requirement is I want total. I want total bill here. Okay, so here what I am doing is I am taking another variable s equal to 0. Okay, outside. So here I am doing s equal to s plus total. Okay, s plus total. For suppose first time here you entered this value tomato quantity 1 kg, so means 40. Now here it is coming to 40. Now what I am going to do, 0 plus 40, 40. Next iteration again. Okay, now observe the same program. Enter number of items, 2 items. Enter item name, enter quantity, total bill is a okay, okay. So here I have written inside this one, so it is going to execute it every time. So I am going to write outside of the program. So after completion of 2 iteration, this is going to execute. 5 kgs. So total 200. Enter item name. Enter kgs, 2 kgs. Total 300. Okay. So here every iteration, okay, first time total is 200. First time total is 200. 200 plus 0. Here s equal to 0, right? 0 plus 200, 200. So first time s value 200. I am repeating the loop once again for second item. I'm repeating the loop once again for second item. Again potato quantity 2 kgs. So here 200 plus 100, 300. So after completion of loop it is 300. Okay, guys, clear this one, all of you? Guys, are you facing any network issues? Guys, are you facing any network issues?
No, sir.
Okay, actually, since from morning we don't have power here. Okay, I connected over my mobile. Okay, so if you are any facing any issues, let me know. Anyway, I will share the recording. You can go through that. Okay, now, so this is about this one program. Here yesterday assignment. So few people are facing. So subject 1 marks, right? So here instead of writing, let it be subject marks. Okay, 1 to how to put it, that one I will tell you later. Okay, that people are facing issue yesterday. So you can use just I plus 1, but people can. Okay. So today what you are going to discuss? So last class we discussed the data types. Now today we are going to discuss one more operators. Operator is a symbol. For suppose A plus B. A comma B are operands. Plus is a operator. Plus is a operator. Okay. Now, so here in Python we have a different types of operators. Arithmetic operators, assignment operators, I'm sorry guys. Okay, in the data types we have one more thing. In the data types we have one more thing called Boolean. I forgot to say Boolean data type. So what is this Boolean? We'll see that. A equal to true. Now type of A. True comma false are Boolean values. true comma false are boolean values. So generally, for suppose if you declare like this, okay, now it become string because you mentioned that one in the single quotes. Now if you have the value as a true or false, it is going to consider as a boolean value. It is going to consider as a boolean value. Now observe this one, true plus true, true plus false, false plus false. So by default, true is a 1. Okay, true is a 1 and false is a 0. By default, true is a 1, false is 0. Okay, I forgot to discuss this one. So where we can use this one, where we can use these boolean values. So we'll know into when we come to conditional statements. Okay, so here what you have to observe is in Python there is one more data type called boolean, which is going to have a values true and false. And so for suppose if you write b equal to true, even this is also not valid. True is not defined. So always make sure first letter is a capital letter. Okay, so first letter is a capital letter for true or false. Okay, that is one thing you have to remember. So come to here, unary operator, relational operators, logical operators, membership operators, identity operators, and finally bitwise operators. So among all, this membership operator, okay, relational operator. So these are all important. Membership operator is important. So first comes under arithmetic operators. Okay, arithmetic operators. So in arithmetic operators we have plus, minus, into, division, modulo division, and percentile. Consider a equal to 11, b equal to 3. Yeah. Now observe here. A equal to 11, b equal to 3. Now a plus b, okay, a minus b, a into b, a by b, a modulo division by b. Now a percentile b. Okay, so remaining, understanding these differences. Okay, remaining, you already know this one, so understand the differences of this. So here if you observe, this is going to give you a complete quotient value. This is going to give you complete quotient value. So here this operator is going to give you round of that one. It is going to give you round value, and it is going to give you remainder. Okay, it is going to give you a remainder. So this is going to give you this one complete quotient value, and it is going to provide this one round of the quotient. This is going to provide round of the quotient 3.6, round value 3, and a percentile b, it is going to give you a remainder. Okay, remainder. So division, modulo division, percentile. Next we have assignment operators. So in assignment operators we have equal to, plus equal to, minus equal to. So whatever we have arithmetic operators, all those things. Into equal to, by equal to, and percentile equal to. So what it is going to? Observe here, a equal to 10. Now we are assigning a value 10 to a variable. Now here this is a assignment operator equal to. Now Similar way, a equal to a plus 10. Now already a value is 10. So 10 plus 10, 20. Now a value is 20. Now, okay. So for suppose a equal to 10. A equal to a plus, now a value 20. So this one. Now means a value 20. Instead of defining like this, okay, I equal to 15, I plus equal to 10. Now I value. So instead of writing like this, okay, I can write like this. Okay, instead of writing like this, I can write like this. Okay, similar way, into equal to. Okay, so for suppose I equal to 5, I into equal to 2 means this, I can write it as I equal to I into 2. This, okay, so sorry, this one I can write it as this one. Okay, observe, I equal to 5, I into equal to 2. Okay, means I equal to I into 2. So similar way, division, modular division and all. Okay, next we have unary operator. So unary operator is only one symbol called minus. Okay, minus, negative value. A equal to 20, minus a, minus 20, minus a, minus 20. So here unary operator is a single one, so which is going to take the negative value, minus 1. Okay, next, relational operators. In relational operators, equal to, less than or equal to, greater than, greater than or equal to, equal to. So it tells the relation between the two operands. It is going to say relation between the two operands. Consider a equal to 10, b equal to 3, a equal to 10, b equal to 3, a equal to b, a greater than b, a less than b. So it is going to say a relation between the two operands. A 10 equal to 3, true or false. So here relational operator returns a Boolean value. So relational operator returns a Boolean value. Observe this one. A equal to 10, B equal to 3, A greater than B, A equal to B, A less than B, A less than or equal to B. So it is going to say a relation between the two operands. Okay. So are they equal, less than or equal to, greater than or equal to. So that is relational operator which returns a Boolean value, true or false. So this is true. Are they equal or not? Is A is greater than B condition true or not? Okay. Next we have a logical operators. In logical operators we have and, or, not. Before going to this one, let me tell you truth table. So in your school days, college days, we learn this one. X, y, X and Y. X or Y. Okay, so for a particular statement is there between the two persons, what are the possibilities? Both can say true. One person is saying true, another person is saying false. First person is saying false, second person is saying true, and both are saying false. So this is the possibility case between the two persons. This is the possibility case between the two persons. Now come to X and Y. And means both. If both are saying, if both are saying the statement is true, then only the statement is true. Now here both are saying, boss, this is true, this is true. Both are saying true, then the result is true. Now here X is saying true, Y is saying false. X is saying true, Y is saying false. So here only one person, not both persons. So it is false. Here is false. Here is false. X or Y. If anyone said true, then the statement is true. X or Y, anyone. So true. Here X is saying true, Y is saying false. So anyone saying true, so true. False. Okay. So here this anyone saying true, then true, because X or Y, anyone. And means X and both, if both are true, then only true. Okay. Now come to here, how it could be helpful here. So here, sorry. Observe here, A equal to 10, B equal to 3, C equal to 5. A greater than B and A greater than C. Now, A greater than B. So this is a relational operator. What is the output of this relational operator? True. And true. So here, true and true. So true. So the result is true. A equal to 10. B equal to C equal to A greater than B and A greater than C. Okay. Now for suppose A greater than B and B greater than C. Sorry. C greater than B. A greater than B and C greater than B. False. This is true. This is false. True and false. True, false. Result is a false. Okay. So, so that is one thing. And not means not true. So here, okay, not true. There we are negation we are using. Yes, all of you can able to follow or not.
Yes.
Okay. Guys, last class's notes also I did not share you. Okay, today I will share these things. Okay, so I have complete already documented. So data types related, okay, operators related, I already have it. Okay, so complete data types related, whatever we discussed, everything with examples here. Okay, some theory is also there, so you can go through this one. Like operators also. Whatever I'm going to discuss here, everything already documented here. Okay, so you can go through this document, it will be helpful to you. Okay, now Come to here. Logical operators, fine. Next, membership operators. Guys, this is very important. All of please concentrate this one. In, not in. In, not in. Okay. Now, observe. Character ch equal to p. Type of variable. I have a word equal to Python. Word equal to Python. Now ch is a character. Is in this word or not? Means p in Python. Okay. So this is nothing but character p. I am checking in this one. True. Similar way, I have a string Python. Is this is in this string? Is this is in this string? Okay. Now, true. Or suppose here. So here this is a string and here it is there. Now observe. False, because here R is a capital letter, here is a small letter. So what this in is going to check is here this string is present in this string or not. So here string or character whatever. Okay, similar way. So here this is a sequence, right? String is a sequence, right? In the sequence we have a string list, tuple, range, right? So the same thing here it is going to check. I have a list 10, 20, 30, 40. Now I want to check a number is in this list one. 20 is in list one. Similar way, I have a cities. Okay, I have cities. Okay, now I want to search a city whether it is there in the list or not. Okay, whether is this Chennai is in cities. If it is there, it is written in value, Boolean value true. Otherwise, it is going to return a false value. Now the same thing, if you want to go for in the C language, you have to write a for loop and you have to take array something and you have to compare each and everything, right? But in Python, it is a simple. In is a operator which is going to check whether the element is there or not. Okay. So how to use this? Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt you, sir. Can you explain CH in a word example again?
Okay. So here simple, sir. Here I have taken one this is one variable and this is one variable. So this variable having a value p. This variable having a value Python. So the same thing I have written here explicitly. Okay. So here I am checking the variables level. So here the values only. See, similar way. Now, see, instead of using a character, okay, I can use a variable, right? So that's why I use it like this. For our understanding purpose, again, I have written a values based. Okay, clear?
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
So is this character is present in this string or not? Okay. Now similar way, is this is a element? Is this element is present in the list or not? Okay. For suppose student names. Okay, so I want to enter a student. I want to search whether the student is present in the list or not. If it is there, I want to proceed. Okay, std underscore name equal to. So using input function or I entered some value Krishna. Now I want to search whether this student is present in this list or not. Yes, so this student is present in the list. So next classes I will tell you if conditions. Okay, now if the student is there, okay, so student exists, otherwise the student does not exist. So for suppose if the element is there, I want to proceed to do something. Okay, so there we are using this one in operator. Now similar way, observe here, std underscore name is not in student underscore names. In means it is returning true or false if it is there or not in. So here it is saying this Krishna is not present in this one, so the statement is false, right? So which is false, just reverse. Okay, now so that is in operator. Now the same in operator we can use the tuples also, dictionaries also. Details equal to, now I said details dot keys is going to give you list of keys, a list of keys. Details dot values is going to give you a list of values. Okay, list of values. Now I am checking, okay, is this Srinivas is in details dot values. So means in this list of values, is this candidate is present or not? Okay, values is going to give you this one. Okay, now so in operator we can use a list, tuple, dictionary and all. Okay, that is one thing. So guys, this is very important, please practice later. Okay, next, identity operator. So here we have is comma is not. So is comma is not. So what it is going to say? It is going to say addresses level comparison. It is going to say addresses level comparison. What is addresses level? Now, as I told you, when you declare some variable a equal to 10, when you declare some variable, a memory will be allocated. Okay, a equal to 10, id of a. So this is the memory address of that variable. Now, observe here, b equal to 20, id of b. Okay, now c equal to 10 again. Now id of c. Now if you compare these things, okay, now if you compare these things, if you observe, address of A and address of C are same. Address of A and address of C are same. Address of B is different. So here in other languages, for suppose A equal to 10, A equal to 10, B equal to 20, C equal to 10. So in other languages like C and Java, so if one variable created, one memory address is allocated, 101, memory address 102, here 103. Some memory address will be allocated. But in Python, okay, Python, so it is here, this is a variable based memory location. So each new variable, a new memory address will be created. But in Python, for suppose here, okay, now Python is a value based memory location. Now observe, a equal to 10. So here 10 is a new value, so 101. So 20 is a new value, 102. So 10 is a old value, so 101 only. Okay, so it is going to consider the value based memory location. Now observe here, a equal to a plus 10. Now a value 20. Now ID of A 20. So this address and this address is same because both are having a value 20. Both are having a value 20. So both will be pointing to the same memory address. Okay, both will be pointing to the same memory address. Now this is, now observe here, the same memory address level is operator is going to consider A equal to 10. Okay, B, okay, C equal to A equal to B. A equal to B. A is B. Sorry. A equal to C, right? So here I defined A comma C variables. A equal to C. A is C because both addresses are same. Now, similar way, if you go for list related, list 1 equal to list 2. True. List 1 is list 2 because ID of list 1 is different and ID of list 2 is different. Okay, so is operator is going to consider addresses level comparison. Okay, is operator is going to consider addresses level comparison. Okay. So here both are having same address, so it can return true value, boolean value, and both are here addresses are different, so is operator is going to return false value. Okay. So generally in our programming point of view, scripting point of view, when you return here, we are not much using this one. Okay, so yeah, we are not much using this one. Maybe in whoops or so somewhere, I mean, I'm not sure this one. So here we are not using this one frequently because addresses level generally we are not comparison. Okay. Next one is bitwise operators. Bitwise operator. So what is bitwise operator? So here we have bitwise complementary operator. Bitwise or bitwise and okay, left shift, bitwise left shift operator. And bitwise right shift operator. Okay, now so this is a completely mathematical related, guys. Mathematical related. If you are having a mathematical background, you can able to understand this one easily. If you are not able to understand, okay, leave it. Okay, generally we are not using this one. If you have a mathematical background, you can able to understand. Okay, if you are not have a mathematical background, then it will be difficult. So first, so before going to these operators, let me tell you types of numbers. So decimal type, so which is base 10. Next binary numbers, which is base 2. Next to octa numbers, which is a base 8, and hexadecimals, so base 16. Okay, so for suppose A equal to 10, a binary of A, which is going to give like this. Okay, so here if you observe, So here first two characters 0b tells about which is a binary number. Okay, and here okay 1010 means 2 power 0 into 1 plus 2 power 1 into 1 plus 2 power 0 into 2 plus 2 cube into 1. Now this is nothing but 8 plus 0 plus 2 plus 1. So nothing but 10. Okay. So 2 power 0, 2 square. Sorry, 2 power 0, 2 power 1, 2 square, 2 cube.
It's 8 plus 2, not 8 plus 2 plus 1.
0, 2 power 0, 1, 2 power 1. Okay, sorry. 2 power 0, 1 plus 2 power 1, 2. What I have written? A equal to 10. 1, 0, 1, 0. 2 power 0, 2 power 1, 2 square, 2 cube. 8 plus. Okay, I'll write it down. Sorry. 8 plus 0 plus 2 plus 0. Because 2 power 0, 1, 1 into 0, 0. 2 power 1, 2, 2 into 1, 2. 2 square 4, 4 into 0. 2 cube, 8, 8 into 1, 8. Okay. Now, so one more example. A equal to 12. Okay. Binary of A. 0b double 1. So as I said, first 0b means it is a binary number. Now here, okay, 8 plus 4 plus 0 plus 0. Okay. So first 2 power 0, 1 into 0, 2 power 1, 2 into 0, 2 square, 4 into 1 plus 2 cube, 8, 8 into 1. Okay. The same thing here we can write like this also. A equal to 0b 1100. Now a value. So if you entered a binary number, internally it can convert into a decimal number. Okay. A equal to 0b 111. Now a value is 15. Okay. Or suppose A equal to 15. Now binary of A. Vice versa. Okay. Similar way we have octadecimals also. B equal to OCT. B equal to 17. Octadecimals of B. Okay. 0 O. Guys, I'm repeating once again. If you are mathematical background, you can understand it clearly. If you are not able to, leave it, no problem. So there we using these numbers when you are go for any statistics and all. Okay. Now here, if you, some people are think like that. Oh, if you see these things, okay, Python is very complex like that. So that's why I'm saying before that. So first two characters 0 O, 0 O represents octadecimal. Okay. Okay. Now 2 1. So nothing but 1 into 8 power 0, 2 into 8 power 1, 16 plus 1. Okay, which is 7. Okay, 16 plus 1, 17. Now here we have taken that one. Consider C equal to 19. Okay, now OCT of C. Now similar way, D equal to, I am writing a string directly 0 or 23. Now D value 19, vice versa. Okay, so these two characters it is going to consider as a binary number, octa number. Similar way, hexadecimal also. E equal to 18. Now, hexadecimal of E. 0x is a hexadecimal. 1 2. 1 2 means 2 into 16 power 0 plus 1 into 16 power 1. 2 into 16 power 0 plus 1 into 16 power 1. Okay, this is now. So this is a binary octa and hexadecimals. Now come to bitwise complementary operator. How it could be, how it is, what it is. So bitwise complementary operator, you have to symbol is this one. So this is nothing but your 2's complement value. So in mathematics, you have 1's complement and 2's complement, right? That 2's complement it is. So A equal to 4. Okay. So this one, bitwise complement of A minus 5. So the formula is minus of n plus 1. Formula is minus of n plus 1. Okay. Now a bitwise complementary operator is going to give you a 2's complement value. Now and bitwise and. So this and operator or operate bitwise and bitwise or is similar to in your computer organization or logical design subject in BTech. You have a logical and logical or. Okay, so if their binary values you are comparing zeros and ones. If both are one, then one. Otherwise zero. The same here. This is a bitwise and bitwise operator. So these operators generally using in a Raspberry Pi. So they're IoT related. If you are doing any operations on registers related, there you can consider this one. Okay, so bytes, numbers, and all. Generally in programming we are not using this one. Now come to what it is going to. Now A equal to 4. So binary of A is this one. Okay, A B equal to 5. Binary is this one. And means and operator. If both are 1, then 1. Otherwise 0. First character 0. Here it is 1. 0 and 1. 0. And means both are 1. So 0 0 0. 1 and 1 1. 0 0 0. So it is going to. So what is the binary value of 0 1 0 0 4? So it is going to give that one. Okay. For suppose A equal to 5. Okay. Now binary of A. B equal to 7. Now binary of B. Now A and B. So how it could be? So first A equal to 5, B equal to 7, right? A equal to 5, B equal to 7. 5 means 0 1 0 1. 7 means 0 1 1 1. Now here result is what I know. If both are 1, then 1. Otherwise 0. Now nothing but 1 plus 4, 5. Okay. Now it is saying 5, right? Now the same thing here. A or B, bitwise or. So if both are 0, then 0. It is going to use 7. Okay. Now for suppose consider here A equal to 12, B equal to 7. Now A and B, A or B. Okay. Now come to here. A and B. So first A value 12. 12 means 1 1 0 0. 8 plus 4. B equal to 7. 0 1 1 1. Now and means if both are 1, then 1. So 0 1 0 0. Right? That's why here it is a 4 value. Now the same thing if you go for OR operator. Both are 0, then 0. Otherwise true. 8 plus 4 12 2 1 15. Yes, 15. Okay. So bitwise and bitwise OR. Next we have XOR operator. What XOR is going to do is, if any one's true, then only true. Not both. If any one true, then only true. Okay. So any one should be 1, then 1, otherwise 0. So here 0, 1, 1. So remaining all places 0. So it is XOR operator. Bitwise XOR. Now a left shift operator. So which is going to move your positions left side. Okay, left side. So consider I have this one. A equal to 5. Okay. Now A left shift to 2, 20. So how it could be? A equal to 5. So this I can write it as 0, 1, 0, 1. So before that I am placing some zeros. Okay, before that I am placing some zeros. Now here what I am doing is A left shift to 2 means 2 positions I am moving a left side. Okay, then it will be 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0. So now 2 power 0, 2 power 1, 2 square, 4 plus 2 cube, 2 power 4, 16. 16 plus 4, 20. So which is nothing but moving positions to left side. Now the same thing observe here. A equal to 12. Now A right shift to 2. 3 means moving right side. Moving right side. A equal to 12. Now 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0. Now what you have done? Moving these 2 positions to right side. So this one you move to right side. Okay. Now this is nothing but 2 power 0, 2 power 1. So this is the right shift operator. Okay. So here what you have to understand is, first you should know the binary numbers. Okay. Next you know the this one truth table. Okay. Complementary means 2's complement value. So which is the formula is minus of n plus 1. And operator, if both are 1 then 1, otherwise 0. Or operator, if both are 0 then 0, remaining false. Next XOR, if any one true then true. Left shift operator is moving to left side. Or right shift operator is moving to right side. Okay, so this is the one, guys. This is operators. Now here mainly what you have to understand is this one. So here what you have to main understand is arithmetic operators, assignment operators. So assignment operators we have equal to, less than or equal to, like this. Next unary operator just have a minus. Now relational operator. Frequently we are using this relational operator and the result is a Boolean value. Boolean logical operator. So here you have to understand the truth table. So if both are true then true, otherwise both are false. And means both are true, or means if anyone. Membership in or not in. So whether the element is there or not, whether the character is there or not. So return value is a Boolean value, true or false. Identity, address level comparison. A bitwise or complementary, 2's complement value. So R and left shift and right shift. Okay. So this is one, guys. Next. Tomorrow onwards, I am going to explain in the Jupyter notebook. Jupyter notebook I am going to explain, and I will share a Jupyter notebook only. So you should install your Jupyter notebook in your laptop. Okay. So otherwise you cannot open my file and you cannot see the programs. Even mobile also it will not play. Jupyter notebook it will not open in your mobile. Try to install in your system Jupyter notebook. Okay. So Jupyter notebook related. So we have to follow two commands. One is pip install Jupyter. Okay, and this one is Jupyter space notebook. And yesterday, few people are installed. Okay, now I said once you go to command prompt, here you have to install pip install Jupyter. Okay, now but people are going to command prompt. Here people are trying to install Jupyter. Okay, which is a wrong thing. Okay, so here when you open this one, here I said to give this one Jupyter notebook. I mean, pip install Jupyter. After this, Jupyter space notebook. Okay, it will be automatically redirected to your default browser. Okay, guys, anyone facing any issues? Is at till that that notebook. Sorry, that session book Kailash. Okay. Any
Sir,
other
in
questions?
Jupyter, when I save file, it is showing error.
I'm sorry, where you are saying?
If I save any file, like after editing, it's showing error
Okay,
in
can you able
Jupyter
to
Notebook.
share your screen? Can you able to
Yes,
share
yes,
your screen? Yeah.
yes, sir.
So your good name?
Yeah, Vishnu.
Vishnu. Okay. I'm going to make you present. You can share your screen.
Okay,
Guys, if any related also, if you are facing any issues, let me know. Okay. I made you presenter, Vishnu. You can share your screen.
sir, I will share in that WhatsApp because now it's not connected to the
Okay.
system.
Okay. Okay. No problem.
Yeah.
Okay. So tomorrow we are going to discuss about conditional statements. Conditional statements. Okay. So here, if else, if else, if and else. Okay. If else, if and else. Okay. Now this is similar to other language, but the syntaxes are slight different. So once completion of this one, I can give you a number of assignments to you. Okay, guys, as I already discussed this in core Python. Okay, we are going to learn what are the topics are there. Okay, how we are using this one, those concepts. Once we entered into advanced Python, I can use each and every topic. So what are the operations, strings related, append related, okay, list related, dictionaries related, whatever we are going to discuss now so far. So those things actually I'm using in advanced concepts. So once we entered into file operations, so how those concepts will be helpful, we'll discuss on those. Okay, and so few people are asking about advanced Python details. Okay, so guys, the course will be continue with the same timing. Okay, so Monday probably I can complete this one. Okay, Tuesday onwards, who are interested to know to learn complete. Okay, you can join that one. So the same timing 7 to 8 the batch will be continued. Okay, so the duration is 30 days, and fee details, course content I will share in your next class. And also today I will fill the form. I'm going to provide one form. Who are interested to join that one, so please fill the form so that if anyone interested, I can start. Any doubts, guys?
No.
Yeah. Thank you, sir.